Ladies and leavers, this is SuperZomGBBQ, and yes, we are finally in the house. Yes, this is the current setup. There's a lot more going on, but at the moment, this is basically the best I can do in terms of a setup. There is going to be a second monitor coming, there is going to be a green screen, and the whole setup is going to be changing, but that's going to take a couple of weeks, if not months yet, so hope you guys enjoy the changes as they come in. But this is it's quite weird because I'm kind of like in front of the camera instead of being down. I might change that at a later stage, but it's good to be here. Finally, I can actually move on with content and whatnot, which I've been looking to do for ages. And we're in the midst of a PCC where I am way outside the ranks that I need to get to for Ziggler versus Corbin, or also probably known as, or will be known as, the least played PCC since Ryback, pretty much. We got ourselves to 25,000 subs, and I will be doing a giveaway of some sort very, very soon to celebrate that. I want to say again, thank you for that. Just thank you for everything, for being awesome. And yeah, this is not stemming from any kind of conversations happened recently on Twitter and whatnot, but I just want to say to you, it means a lot that you are still here and watching my videos and all that. So let's get on with this, and we are in. I've done like a very kind of like a weird team with fusions and whatnot. I really need to get back into the top 2 on 50 to get my hands on, unfortunately, a Ziggler card. I did really want that Corbin, because that Corbin just would have been amazing. It would have given a little bit more variety to King of the Rings, but you can't have all nice things in life, can you? Let me know who you're going for, Ziggler or Corbin, in the comment section below. Maybe go if you're going for one of them because it's one of the undercards. But that's something we're going to talk about in a second. And also let me know if any of those cards make a pro for you, apart from obviously Ziggler and Corbin, because there'll be the Road to Glory cards next week. And also, I mentioned in my last video about potentially going for a card that you don't necessarily benefit from, such as going for Corbin or Ziggler, but you know that it's a better card and you've decided to go for that instead of going for a pro Ryback or pro Swagger, because both cards are freaking garbage. Anyway, let's keep going with PCC. So I'll have a look at the top 5 in a second. Let's keep going. So leaderboard, let's go to top 5, and then we're going to go back in and play some more. And the top 5, we've got Madsal, Black, DT Breezy a third, Dennis, Sasha, Rico, Thomas, Peter Gua, 3MB for life, all in the top 10. Furkan, Bobby, Harry, Optic Punk, who I know is on my streams a lot, Tomazzo, Wagwan Tom, Dodi Fan Ricci, Manuel, Draco Miguel Salo, Stuart Scott, Steph Dave, Vitali, Karen, Theo James, Costa. I like that. Like, it looks like a gold actually from the collector side of it. Actually, looks really nice. Port Warrior, Seth Reigns 29, Malcolm 7, Crozet, Bobby Aboud. Oh, Lee Goonie fan. Good to see you, man. I don't even know how to pronounce that guy's name. It's in Russian, but yeah. Korez, yo, Rasengan, Kashel 21, my boy. It's amazing that day 2 is nearly the end of day 2, and it's only 6,000 points to get into top 50. Is crazy. Julian, another Russian name I can't pronounce. Ravish, Pedro Duarte, Adamo. I can't. What the fuck a truck? That's an amazing name. Colonel James, O'Dog 6661, Stefan. Hey, if you're watching Fuck a Truck, please finish in the top 10. It'd be amazing for every YouTuber, every streamer, just to see that and just laugh at your name. That's amazing. He's about as good as Taco K something, who I'm not going to pronounce his name, but dude, he's got a funny name. It's pretty funny. But what we're going to do is we're going to get that rewards, have a look at the contenders bracket quickly. I'm finished first again. I'm just getting very lucky with the timings for PCC. That might stop soon with a King of the Ring from Hell potentially looming. Me and Colby, I know Colby from previous videos and seeing him on there. Quizzer Shaggy, who I beat in the final, but in fairness, we were both just, you know, it was just like a formality really. Paid to he was going to beat me, or I was going to beat him, and then I just wouldn't have. Phil Jones is a great name, by the way. To about football, actually, if you're watching the Euro 2016, the opening matches, it'd be awesome to hear from you if you're an England fan as well, because we probably got the best chance we've had in the last 2 or 3 tournaments actually to do something, potentially get to the quarters, maybe semi-finals, before the Germans knock us out again on penalties. Here we go. It's going to be a... Oh, wow. really? Jey Uso. This weekend don't like me. Okay, and then the Survivor card. I think it's going to be something awesome. Oh my... What a troll. Just swap those around. I know you can get Jey Uso, but... Yeah, so that's a Jey Uso. We're going to segue in a second. We'll get more PCC action and hopefully get an update on the top 2 150, which I know you guys are going to want like badly if you're grinding at the moment. So, yeah. Segue! And guess what? I come back and I'm in a King of the Ring from hell. Look at the state of this King of the Ring. I am in a King of the Ring with Marks, who have only just beat. He's got a Diva tag and everything. I mean, most of these guys got Diva tags. Furkan, John. I think John's is a bot or possibly a human. I'm not sure. Mr. Perfect and Anime fan of both bots. Got Baza. I've not heard of him before. Sasha, who's very, very well known. Machine. Never heard of him, but possibly. I mean, a couple of people got caught up in this. Paige Sapu, obviously, I know because he's awesome. Frank, I'm not sure who they are. Gideon, I've seen him, played against him before. Ianson and Beanie got caught up in all this. Yokozuna is a bot. Yeah, him. And yeah, let's just move on very, very quickly. Let's go up against a guy who has a Survivor Fusion Awesome. That looks really nice. I went up against Darkside Phil earlier on. Not the Darkside Phil, but you know, it's the fake Darkside Phil. And he had a WrestleMania Nikki Pro, which is really, really awesome. That actually looked really nice. So King Mike L is about to, hopefully, we hope lose anyway. But he's got himself a Pro Autumn from his first 2 Fusions, I assume, unless he's sped up one. If you've got Fusion Pro, let me know which one it is. Again, comment section. But you know what I was going to say about comment section anyway. Hopefully I'm going to be able to win this match. I don't think so. No, I did actually win. Nice. So I can then chuck this one in. And look at that on. That looks beautiful. He's not trained it or anything properly. So it doesn't have the right stats, but it still looks awesome. I love the Legendary event, by the way. It actually looks really nice on the Legendary event cards. There's just constantly these guys talking in a chat toast. Let's go Charisma. This could be a win. Easy. Watch it be a single match next. No, it's going to be a tag match. Actually, I might be able to win this one. Should be okay. Dim Proc in Charisma their side, and it doesn't tag, so it should be okay. There we go. So that's another 10 points on to the leaderboard. And here we go. We're on the top 2 150 at about 2,500 points at this point, and it's about 9:46 British summertime. Actually, just about 3/4 of the way into the European game. I should be probably watching that at 2470, which I am currently beneath. But this is something I wanted to talk to you about. There is a lot of people every PCC complain all the time about being in, what's the word? People just saying, please, I'm very active. Well, dude, you keep saying please. You're interrupting my video, man. What the hell's wrong with you? This guy called Joker. Well, joke's on you, dude. Because you're about to get wrecked. Bye-bye. Nice Dean Ambrose though. Now moving on to my next point, and I said this on Twitter and a couple other social media platforms, and that is about the people not being happy that Corbin is losing and Ziggler is winning. And that is because, unfortunately, my opinion is that PCC is broken. Why is PCC broken? The reason why PCC is broken is because of this. And I want to just be completely blunt with every single one of you. And that is that, unfortunately, at the moment, you are basically playing a match. If you're with Corbin, it is Corbin versus Ryback. You're not facing Corbin versus Ziggler. You're not facing Corbin versus Swagger. You're against this dude. So this card against this dude. Just to clarify, this card against this card. You are basically fighting a losing battle, because this card was actually rewarded in a Team Ring domination, I believe, in a previous event. You are not going to win against a card that has already been made a reward recently. Even though this card is better than this one even when it's pro'd and fully leveled and tokened, Baron Corbin is way better just as a single without even tokens on it. It doesn't matter. People are going to go for what gives them a pro because they think that's what's better. But everyone's allowed to their opinion to go for what they wish to go for. But this is where, in my opinion, PCC needs to change. It needs to be based on the amount of points. And the reason why I personally believe, and people are going to criticize me and say this is elitist, okay? But you are playing an event and you've got a really good deck and you've set up specifically and you're getting points, you're getting +5s, you're getting +10s, you're getting titles. And by doing all of that, you're actually having next to no effect on the end result, because no matter what you do, the other side is always going to win if another result pops up. If you did it on points, the results would actually be, I think, a lot closer, and they also need to, in my opinion, on the leaderboard, just like they do in NHL and NBA, they need to show what side people are on as well, because I personally think that add a new competitive edge. What I also think that add a competitive edge is if you made it all about the points, people would push harder, people would buy more titles to get access to maybe potentially their favourite card in the game instead of potentially losing out. Which is, well, unfortunately, what happens at the moment is that people want their favourite cards and they just go for that instead. And if I'm going to be honest with you, that's not how it should work. How it should work is that this is Ziggler versus Corbin. Now, my opinion going forward into season 3, and potentially any PCCs going forward, is very, very simple. And that is that all the rewards below the tier that currently, so let's just say legendary tier is the starting PCC, you'll have the 2 event cards. So let's just say this is legendary tier in season 3, season 4, whatever it's going to be. And then you got Jericho and Bray Wyatt as your rewards. You go down, and as soon as you get to Survivor, or let's say Epic tier in the first tier, it's all random rewards. It is random, completely random. You could even do it with the legendary cards as well. Make them completely random rewards. So I would personally prefer, for example, and this is just again my personal opinion and my preference, is that if you finish in as rank 1 to 10, you get a top 3rd quartile card. So if you've got 50 cards in the tier, you get all the male superstar cards, and you say out of the top 15 cards in the game, in the singles, you will get a top 15 card single for finishing the top 10, which is a lot better reward than you got here. A 551 to 1000 instead of a support card. Maybe we make a sub tier of 551 to 750, and we get the support cards. And 750 to 1000, and get the maybe a second quartile, maybe a 15 to 30 survivor card. That makes sense. It just is a way of rewarding people for grinding, as well as not necessarily giving them crap like Ryback and Rusev, but also not giving them amazing rewards for doing stuff or getting instant pros. It would just make the game a hell of a lot more interesting. And for me personally, the biggest thing that needs to change about PCC is the top 10 or top 5. I think you should go back to top 5 or even top 10. Need to have cards that are better than anyone else's, whether that's by design, whether that's by the picture, whether that's by the ability to change the arrow or something similar to that. Maybe there's signature on the card or something, or maybe the design of the card's different. Maybe it looks like a Road to Glory card instead of a PCC card, or maybe it's just got maybe different shining letters or something like that. It just stands out more, just as a way of showing that these guys got this amazing card. I'm sorry, but if my NBA can do it, then I'm sure the SuperCard can do it. Just saying. And I'm sure if NHL can do randomized cards and just have them available at any one point, then I'm sure there's a way of tracking it. The other thing I believe as well that they should have is a trophy room in Season 3 or any other editions of WWE SuperCard, where if you do finish in the top 10 or at any rank, it tells you what rank you finish in, and it keeps a log of that per PCC, so people can actually show off their achievements. And also do things like Road to Glory, maybe special events, team PCCs, teams for team events, etc. Maybe the quickest time to finish an event, for example, from start to finish, just as a way of like tracking some achievements. The other thing I think as well is that you should be able to choose the reward that you go for, and that should be a sticking point. And what I mean by that is that if they won't change it from wins to points, give the people who want Baron Corbin the ability to go for Baron Corbin, and maybe reduce the amount of people who can get access to the card, so 500 instead of 2150, or 1500 instead of 2150, but then maybe have 1,000 Baron Corbins and 1,000 Dolph Ziglers all together and have them available, and then you can have 1,000 people get access to a Dolph Ziggler and 1,000 people get access to a Baron Corbin. Maybe it could just be any way or shape or form, and it just gives the game a little bit more of an edge, a bit more of like a entertainment value, that you know you're not going to join a King of the Ring. And let's be honest, my King of the Ring at the moment literally is, if I just show you what my King of the Ring looks like, it's the same cards. Everyone's going to have the same cards apart from the Divas. Literally, it's you're going to have a Seth Rollins, you might have a two PCC cards, you have Nakamura, you're going to have Andre the Giant, you have Dolph Ziggler, and then you're having another card afterwards, and another card after that, another card after that. It's a way, in my opinion, they're going to put the card in the game anyway. Why not make it more interesting and have them be available to people to get access to, even if there's a way later on down the line in the tier tag get access to those cards. But that is it from me, people. Let me know what you think about any of those ideas in the comment section below. And let me know what you think of the room. Although it's in a very, very basic state at the moment, it's going to have a lot more interesting stuff in it. And we're going to get, hopefully, some different ideas around what to decorate this with, because at the moment it's a bit bland. And remember to do those 5 things that I always say to you, which is, first of all, to like this video, to subscribe to the channel, because if you don't do either of those, then you suck. And then the last 3 things to do is to remember to follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll see you guys on the flip side. And as always, have a fantastic day. I'll see you guys soon. Sonny!